Okay, we're gonna go over your homework for box and whisker plots, the 6-page worksheet that I attached. So for these, I know it's kind of fuzzy what's going on. It's hard to figure out how to do this. I'm not gonna grade for accuracy, but as long as you turned in something. So for these homeworks, as long as you've handed me in something and completed each problem and tried, I'm giving you credit for completing. The main amount of your points is going to come from assessments. So those I am grading for accuracy. So they're bigger assignments. So let's just go with, for this stuff, just do the best you can and then watch the videos to understand it. And make sure you understand it because you're going to need this information for Algebra 2 and for your keystones when you eventually take them. Okay, so box and whisker plots, let's continue. It says, what was the high score of the test? So that's your highest score, 102. What percent did the class score above 72? All right, well, we know median is 50%. So we said these are each quartiles or quarters, 25, 25, 25, 25. So if it's above 72, 25, 25, 25, that'd be 75%. It says, what was the median score on the test? That would be 88. What percent of the class scored between 88 and 96? Well, that's a quarter, so 25%. Do you think that this test was too hard for the students? Well, let's look. How would we decipher that? So if 50% of your class got above an 88, that's pretty good. 75% of your class got above a 72. So only a quarter of your class got below a D. So for me, if a quarter of my class got below a D, I would not be happy about that. In college, though, that's actually not that bad. So it just depends on the class. So really here, it's all your opinion. 50% of your class scored above a B. That's pretty good. But if a quarter of your class got below a D, that's really not that good. So it's all in your opinion, as long as you have a thorough explanation. What would you expect the mean to be above or below the median? So the mean is the average. The median is the middle score. So sometimes the median is actually a better representation because out of the total amount of people you have, that middle score might be a better representation because there might be outliers. So if somebody got a 38%, 38%, that would skew what the average is. So it said, would you expect the mean to be above or below the median? Probably below the median because 38 is an outlier. So you could write that here. Since 38% is an outlier, it would bring the average way down. It says questions 7 through 11 refer to the box and whisker graph below. It shows how much time was spent per night on homework for the sophomore class at a certain high school during September. So average minutes was 0 minutes, chalk. 20 minutes was the lower median, 48 was the middle amount, about an hour is 75%, and then 190. Okay, so think about where you're at, It says, what percent of the sophomores spent 60 minutes or more per night? So if 60 is here, that's your upper quartile. That means 75% or lower, 25% of the class spent more than an hour on their homework, according to this graph or data display. What is the range of times that the middle 50%, so this is the middle, 25%, 25%. So this is the middle 50% of sophomores spent on homework at night. So the range is 60 minutes minus 20 minutes. So that's 40 minutes is that range. So from the lower middle or the lower median to the upper median is a range of 40 minutes. So it's not that extreme. And it says, how many sophomores do their homework? Do not do homework. So it said 0 here. So there is somebody. I don't know. It doesn't say how many people are in the class. So I would say 1, I'm assuming, at least 1. What percent of the sophomores spend less than 20 minutes per night on the homework? So if you look, 20 minutes per night on the homework, they want to know what less than that. So that's a quarter of the class, so 25%. And then it says, what would you expect the mean number of minutes per night to be, higher or lower than the median? So 48 is the middle number. So if I lined all the children up and took the amount of minutes they spent on homework, do you think that the average of them would be way above, way below? Well, if we look here, out here, it's showing that there's an extreme jump to get to 190. That means this is an outlier. And then if I took the average, okay, if I took the average, then it would really shift that average from like 48 way higher. So I would expect it to be, I would say to be more, because the outlier of 190. Oh, Ezra. Okay. Refer to the box and Whisker plot that compares homework time per night with TV for the same group of sophomores. Okay, what percent of sophomores watch TV for at least 15 minutes per night? So this is homework, this is TV. So at least 15 minutes. 25, 25, 75. So 75% of sophomores watch at least 15 minutes of TV. When we see TV, we probably mean like Netflix or Hulu or whatever now. What is a third quartile for the TV time data? Third quartile is 110. Is it more common for a sophomore at high school to spend more than 1 hour on homework, or more than 1 hour watching TV? So 25% of students spend more than 1 hour on homework, and 50% of students spend time watching TV. So it's more common for a sophomore to spend 1 hour watching TV because there's a bigger percentage than the homework time. And you can write that there. Some sophomores didn't watch TV that month. Identify if each statement is true or false. Yeah, 0. So the TV box and Whisker graph contains more data than the homework. Well, if it's the same amount of kids, it doesn't contain more data than the homework graph. 25% of the sophomores, okay, so we're going to be talking about homework here. Let's look at the homework. 25% of sophomores spend between 48 to 60 minutes. Okay, well, that's 25%. It's a quartile, so yeah, that's true. Okay, so those are the first 2 sheets. And then we're going to go to the next one. So I'm going to put up another video for that.